Welcome to Numb Bills Fan Podcast number 192. I'm here with Fantasy Smitty, Mike Smith, and we'll dive into this Buffalo Bills game against the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm your host, David Palermo, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm here with Mike, and, we've had a lot of heated discussions, going into this season. I don't want to say heated in a bad way, Mike. Would you say you're just passionate? Like, we really like to, you and I really like to talk philosophy. So, I'm going to take the floor for a minute, dude, and just, you can rebuttal, all right? Or roll your thoughts along with it. But here's where I'm coming from the long form. Is like the Bills got absolutely smashed. And a lot of Bills fans are saying, Peterman this, Josh Allen this, whatever. Okay, I've been saying the whole time, I do not agree with giving up so many. Let me refresh. Sean McDermott made it to the playoffs, okay? And that was awesome. But it was very hollow as in a future. And our biggest fear as Bills fans was like, dude, I don't want to go to the playoffs and then just be an absolute fucking tire fire. And today was that for Bills fans. Now, for me, I remember the days where the Bills couldn't get free agents to sign in Buffalo for years, okay? And the Bills start actually making some noise and getting consistent, and I have to hear from all these fans saying like, yo, they'll have so much cap space. Yeah, and they're going to have to over-fucking-pay to bring people to Buffalo. And who's going to want to play for an organization that, like, look, if they show up like this again, which I doubt they would, you would think just numbers-wise, I mean, it's a wake-up call, and it's like, I don't know how mad to get at players, but I do know one thing is I know trading cards as a kid, and I know what cards are worth, and I remember the time I put a Wade Box spoke, or a card on my fucking spokes. I was really pissed off, but I was like, man, this name is kind of familiar. Then I'm like, motorcycle noises later, a Wade Box card from Topps is fucking toast, Mike. And what I'm getting at here is, going into this draft, Mike, I have watched and learned a lot about football just by being your friend, and we've watched a lot. I've watched more drafts to do than anybody I fucking know, okay? And when we drafted E.J. Manuel and Sammy Watkins, I was with you, and both times I raised my arm up and laid the fucking hammer down, and my arm fell down. I go, what the fuck for E.J. Manuel? And then year two, I go, who the fuck is throwing Sammy Watkins the ball? But the thing is my main man does, huh?
It wasn't just the who's throwing Sammy Watkins the ball, and I'm not saying Sammy Watkins isn't a talented receiver. It's just there was no need to go up and get him when there was so much talent at the wide receiver. That year, there was a lot of talent at the wide receiver.
So let me roll this. Let me roll this back to you now, and then I'm gonna give it to you. I'm about 2 minutes in. I'm gonna give it to you in about 30 seconds because that even strengthens my point, Mike. And my point is this, dude, is like, yo, we have never had so many fucking early picks as a Bills fan this early in the draft, dude, to really make some noise and really plug the holes. And you know what? You want to get rid of Darius, he doesn't fit in, okay. You want to get rid of Darby for some reason, he doesn't fit in, but he's like a cheap, awesome cornerback. And it's like, whatever it is, I just kind of think, like, you got to replace the holes that you jettison. And I understand those dudes have been gone on the offensive line. They were really hit right in the fucking nutsack, dude, with Eric Wood's deal and Incognito. And, I hope that doesn't hurt Deion Dawkins' development because I really like Deion Dawkins, man. The kid's hungry. He's big. He's massive. He plays fucking hard. He's intense, dude. Like, I really like Deion Dawkins. I think he's going to be a fine player. And I want this team to be intact, but I'm just going to say right now, man, Scott Campbell, the kid I said next to, he challenged me. He goes, well, who should they have got? Who's starting this year for a tackle? All you do is, or a lineman this year that they could have drafted. And I don't fucking know. So I just, looked at a draft list, Mike, and would you know that 14 linemen went in rounds 2 and 3 of this year's draft? And the whole beef I got is you have all this fucking dead money, you still have money under the cap, and you got Cordy Glenn, who played for the Bengals today, and they fucking won. All right? And the Bengals ran the ball well today with over 100 yards rushing, and Andy Dalton, I believe, had 2 touchdowns and almost 300 yards passing. It was like 265. I screenshot it. But I'm not going to look because I'm that pro. Because that's how pissed off I am. But nah, he doesn't fit. And you're fine with moving Vlad Dukas from the right side to the left side, but you won't fucking maybe kick Deion Dawkins to like the right tackle and maybe try that out. I just don't get it. You guys know more than me, but you give up all these picks for holes that need to be filled, and we have these holes that need to be fucking filled, clearly, because the staff, Mike, and this is to you now, I don't think they really can evaluate talent. I really don't think they know how. And whoever's communicating to the offensive line and coming up with this shit, 2 years in a row, it's garbage. Did like LeSean McCoy even fucking play today? Like, the one thing you can work off of is, hey, why don't we give McCoy the rock to build a little fucking confidence in the offensive line, have them do what they love to do, which is fuck people up, and then maybe we'll work some play action off of that. But no. Nathan Peterman's going to fucking Tom Brady this shit right down the field. Well, wake the fuck up, dude. He ain't in the building. So, Mike, that's where I'm at. Tremaine Edmunds, wow. Promising fucking player, dude. Wow. Really promising. That said, 14 offensive fucking linemen in rounds 2 and 3 drafted this past draft. And if people want to argue with me, Cordy Glenn, I said it a million every podcast seems lately, transcendent coaching schemes, round 2 pick. Mel Kiper, idiot, says he's only a guard, whatever. John Miller was showing a lot of fucking promise under Anthony Lynn and Greg Roman. All right? When McDermott comes in, brings in Juan Castillo, all of a sudden John Miller fucking sucks. So when I see players do it, we were just having a conversation about Adrian Peterson off the phone, and I was like, is he just old? Because, like, you're like, yeah, he's just old. I go, I don't know, man. I like these, like Lorenzo Alexander, actually, like, that dude can still move pretty decent for his age. And I don't mean that in a slight. I mean it in a, like, Lorenzo Alexander to me is like the ultimate fucking professional. Reminds me of being a kid, turn over my Cal Ripken Jr. card. And you're like, nah, man, I know you were born in 1960, a year after my dad, dude. I want you to hang around. You know what, man? The Bills had those guys. We got Kyle Williams, but where's our man Darius next to him? We got Saratouli. I'll get over Darius. I get it, but like they got to replenish the talent, Mike. And I don't remember a draft that are more loaded. And I don't think they can just. I'm so lost, dude. Can you just sort this out for me?
Well, first, and I try to explain this to you repeatedly, you keep on putting stock in these draft picks. Draft picks don't, like, they don't equal out. Like, you're counting these as quality players, but that's not how it works. And
they're based on potential, Mike.
No, it's probability. I mean, the probability of having a starting player out of the first round is 33%. The probability to have somebody from the second and third round is 33% combined. So, like, of those 60, you have a 1 in 3 shot. No, what is it? Whatever it is, the highest percentage of having a starter is first round. Second and third round is just about even, and then it gets progressively worse. Like, the odds of being a good player in the NFL, the further the draft goes, the less chance there's going to be. That doesn't take away the undrafted free agents that become, Hall of Famers, or the late round picks. that become Hall of Famers. But the odds are, if you look at all the other people that were drafted with them, before them, after them, there's not that much talent there. They just happen to be, a diamond that just went maybe not unnoticed, but when they're doing their talent evaluations, maybe they were playing at a smaller school. Maybe they didn't have the size, strength, and speed. So they went, because their potential, their athletic ability may have been less. Maybe that pushed them down on boards. But I get what you're saying with that. But at the end of the day, is the situation the Bills have right now is they can't block for shit. And if you can't block for shit, you can't play football because you can't do anything if you can't block. And if you can't block, you're just gonna get destroyed. And it doesn't matter who you throw out there. And after, I don't agree with the fact that they pulled Peterman. They should have just left him in the game. I mean, the game was out of hand, but you're not doing anything by putting Josh Allen in there. He sparked some things with his legs, but I mean, they should have just let him sit and continue to learn, because clearly just throwing him in to get sacked a bunch of times was not exactly the answer. I mean, the Bills as a team, they need to, play better together. I mean, you have to come down and make plays. I mean, I felt like Kelvin Benjamin had a couple opportunities to make plays. There was one throw where he, earlier in the game where Peterman threw down the field to him, and he never actually looked back for the ball. And then by the time he did, he made a lackluster attempt to go get it. I think that had he spotted the ball sooner and, just tried a little bit more, he might have been able to make a play on that down the sideline when the game was still within, reach, where it was still early in the game. But when you're in a game and, nothing's going right, when you're handing the ball off and you have, linemen in the backfield, like, I remember we're watching the game and we're just laughing. I'm like, man, you see a lot of because they do the behind the quarterback camera angle there, and you see a lot of linemen turned around facing the quarterback, and that's nothing you ever want to see. You know what I mean? If a lineman is looking at a quarterback, that's because his guy got behind him, and it's an oh shit moment for the quarterback. So, and that's just where the Bills are right now. Yeah, they really didn't anticipate this off season that they were going to need to fill. They knew they were trading the one spot away, but they didn't foresee losing two others.
But you want to know something, man? Honestly, I don't know about that, because I think the Bills were getting cocky this season, and they're going into it, and they asked Richie to take a pay cut, okay? And if he didn't take that pay cut, all accounts from what I've been hearing is that dude was going to be cut and released, okay? So if that's the case anyways, and you're going into the draft and shit, you need to draft depth there anyways, Mike. And my point is the last time the Bills took a third-round pick, he's been starting a lot of games at right guard. I'd rather be having a left or right, or I would rather have another piece that at least we can see develop and be excited about. Nothing against Vlad Dukas, but we've seen enough. His film was not that tight before he came here. And if the players are just fine, then it's got to be something to do with the coaching, because they're not getting it, whatever scheme's going on. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is really, this is awful, Mike. Like, this is bad. And you want to know something that's crazy? Is that, like, my whole point for Josh Allen, and this ain't even about you and me with the thing, but my whole big deal with Josh Allen is, like, he is so used to having shit around him, as in everything breaking down, that like he really, dude, that play he made up against their own goal line to get that first down, that throw, and how he shifted and moved and maneuvered around the pocket and escaped and made that throw, like that shit makes me rock fucking hard. Like, no joke, dude. I was fucking stoked. You know what I mean? But like, what I'm not stoked on is when I'm at this fucking clam bake and my grandma's 90 years old and she texts me during the preseason, dude, like, bro, like, no joke, David, what is wrong with the Bills? And I'm just like, I don't know. And she's like, oh my God. Like, somebody goes, so what was the score? And somebody read it off to her. She goes, huh? And had like this face of just like disgust, man. And my dad goes, yeah, Peterman, you missed it. I went and checked on my grandma inside the lodge. Grandma, Peterman just threw an interception, and the closest guy to him is a ref. And I'm like, oh my fuck. You know, and then it's like you wonder after this game with Kelvin Benjamin, is there a fucking reason Carolina's like, yo, bro, we're done with you. Like, we are done with you. You know, and all I've seen is like a lack of shit working. I don't like that first half. I was like rubbing my eyes. Like, is this really fucking happening? Like, I didn't expect them to be like good, but I expected the Bills to at least look like they're in the same fucking league as the Ravens.
I expected them to be competitive, like, especially with, you know, facing a team that's not at full strength. I thought that would have opened up some abilities. Now, the one thing that, you know it obviously played some effect into the game. I mean, the weather, it definitely didn't help the Bills. And I mean, you can use the argument, well, the other team,
yeah, so maybe you should run the ball more with, I don't know, a Hall of Fame fucking running back on LeSean McCoy who's nowhere to be found. Like, nowhere to be found. Like, what is LeSean McCoy in the doghouse? I don't understand. Like, he runs well no matter what you put in front of him, dude.
7 rushing attempts.
Yeah, 7.
And
those came like later in the game too, dude.
No, the other problem is he would have had more, but like you can't, if it's raining, it's already hard enough to come up with yardage. Like, a wet ball is not easy to throw and it's not easy to catch. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't have leather gloves, but Crabtree went no gloves because, you can't use rubber gloves because the ball just slides right through. But a lot of times they'll go to like the leathery gloves, and that can offer some, some stickiness to catching the ball. But
hey, why does Kelvin Benjamin jump all the fucking time when he's got to catch the ball? The dude's like 7'9", and he's got to like jump up so it hits him in the fucking nutsack, dude. Like, I don't understand.
6'5", and like I said, the problem the Bills had was most prevalent with the line. Yes, LeSean McCoy had 7 recorded rushes, but he would have had more had there not been so many penalties, on the offensive line. The offensive line at every opportunity was putting them in just such long, terrible down and distance.
The entire team is unprepared, Mike. The offensive line, the Bills get a penalty on the first fucking play of the game, man. Like, really, dude? The punter thing, like, dude, honestly, the punter, he kicks the ball pretty damn good. At the same time, like, yo.
He averaged 50 yards a punt. He almost had 400 yards today punting.
Yeah, and too bad that ball freaking, got away from him. And I was actually cheering, like, yes! This is going to be great fucking radio this week. Like, yes, I can't wait to work tomorrow. Like,
you
know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh my God.
On Buffalo for sure. But,
dude.
The thing is, they need to really.
I never seen a real dumpster fire, Mike, until I saw, or a tire fire, until I saw the greatest fucking GIF ever on Twitter of like, just literally just looked like a mountain of tires. And then I saw like these porta potties on fire in another GIF. And I was like, this is so fucking sweet. But I had to tell you.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the Bills, I mean, they're in a terrible spot because they just benched their starting quarterback for their rookie quarterback halfway through a game, but their line can't block for shit. And even though Josh Allen had, if you want to call it more success, he still went down 3 times. And, I mean, he put them in just as many scoring opportunities as the other. So the problem is you're not getting anywhere without blocking. So
I'll tell you what Josh did do, Mike. You know what Josh Allen did do? I think he's showing to me something that was way blown out of proportion, or he just made some serious adjustments in his game. Not trying to jinx it, but at least through the preseason and up to this point with Josh Allen, dude, that kid is not throwing a lot of stupid fucking balls. Like, all the pre-draft talk was like...
No, most of the pre-draft talk was not making poor decisions. Poor decision-making was more so Sam Darnold. It wasn't poor decisions. It was inaccuracy. The fact that he can go out there and he can throw a ball and you're just like, what the hell? And then you can watch him throw a ball and you're like, oh my God. Like, one play you can see just such immense amount of talent. You're like, man, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that can do that at all. But then on the very next play, you'd be like, yo, how did he just, Tim Tebow or, Jamarcus Russell or, name a crappy quarterback and how they throw. You're like, he can look so terrible on one play and he can look like so phenomenal on the next play. So
I got something, man, Mike. I gotta jump in here. I'm a man, Josh Allen. Yes, I'm a man, Josh Allen. Kid's making me proud. All right, it's making me fucking proud because I feel right, But like, so on the real with Josh, man, like, I was getting so fucking pissed off, man. I felt like the Ravens players are kind of like a little bit douchebags. You know what I mean? Like, a little bit rough. You know what I mean?
The other thing that I don't know is, understand, by the time he came out, the game was a blowout. I don't know if I know they rested their quarterback. They pulled their starting quarterback. They weren't playing,
Joe Flacco, 3 touchdowns is enough, and having like 100 yards, 105 yards passing before the first quarter is over,
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, dude.
I know they sat Alex Collins the second half. So if you're an Alex Collins owner, you're just like, WTF. My guy doesn't even get to play because, the second half, it was just kind of Dixon and Buck Allen. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the replay. I don't know how many of the starters were actually in either. So like, we're basing that there was an upkick in efficiency, but I don't even know if you can say that because if you downgraded the group you were going against, that's the same. That's the same thing. That's what preseason was,
Yeah, I still don't like my main man getting fucking the Bills' biggest investment ever, like getting all knocked the fuck around, man. And like, yeah, dude. And I like that the kid gets back up and is talking some fucking shit, man. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm all about that. And honestly, like, so then I had to stop, Mike. Has this ever happened in football? Like, I am Josh Allen. And I'm actually tall enough to throw this fucking pea of a ball right at somebody's fucking head. Like, what if he would have just taken a ball that he's going to throw out of bounds, he's about to get murdered anyways, and he just threw that fucking pea right back towards that sideline? Like, right? Has that ever happened? Because, like, dude, he throws it so fast. Like, yo, dude, Kelvin, I was always impressed with, like, how Brett Favre could just fucking rip one, dude. And, like, Elway, like, how they just, like, drive, like, especially Elway would just, like, drive the fucking ball. And that shit comes off of Josh Allen's hand as if you're running in Madden backwards towards the sideline, and then just, like, it just, like, comes off. Like, they don't even allow you to do that shit in Madden anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Like, his feet aren't set, and it comes out on a fucking pew! And I'm like, holy shit.
Of Madden, he's got a 99 throwing power in Madden, but he's, like, terribly inaccurate. Like, I'm sitting there, and
dude, his deep ball should be the best. That's all that matters. Can we trade for Marquise Goodwin in, like, the game?
Fuck that. I have the angle out of the backfield where the running back angles past the tight end and then cuts back in front of the linebackers, you know that play? And
no, but I'm going to sit here and nod.
Well, it's just like, it's like doing an in or an out, except instead of running straight up and straight out, he runs at an angle and then another angle. So,
oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, people love that play. Well, fucking, I have a 3rd and, like, 6 situation, and I'm running this play, and fucking LeSean McCoy is wide open. I mean, like, wide open, like no one around him. Like, when I'm saying wide open, I mean, like, I'm, like, looking at it, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get, like, 20 yards at least. I'm like, and, maybe I can do a little spin. Who knows? I might be able to break this for, like, this. These are all the thoughts I'm just firing off in my head. This motherfucker overthrows him by, like, 5 yards, just like, and I mean, I just tapped the ball, and it was just like, boom, the ugliest throw ever seen in my fucking life. I'm like, you motherfucking man. And I'm like, fucking hate you, fucking ruining my game.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm trying to win over here, and you're doing real life Josh Allen fucking bullshit over here. So,
dude, honestly, man, he has not been fucking bad. Like, I don't know how you see that in practice. And it's like, I understand you're seeing, like, dude, remember that time I said, like, I want to see. It's just, like, obvious because, you can only get one. But, like, it would have been nice to see how well Peterman would have did against the Bengals starting team. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and also the field position was very advantageous for Peterman. I don't think he had to ever start from. I think he might have, like, one drive from the 20 against the 2s and the 3s in the fucking Bengals game. You know what I'm saying? Or the 25.
The thing is here, I mean, at the end of the day, Josh Allen was still 6 of 15. So
yeah, it's true. That's, like, really not good.
That's, like really not good at all.
Like, fuck, dude.
And Peterman obviously was 5 of 18.
But Josh Allen goes out there, and there's 2 first downs immediately. And remember I was, like, railing to you defensively about the Bills. Let's talk some defense. Let's talk some defense.
He goes in there, and he's like, he gets sacked, and then he's like, holy shit. He's like, I remember this bullshit last couple weeks ago. He's like, I better fucking run. So the next play, he runs, and he's like, oh, that worked pretty good. He's like, let me do that again. And then he runs again. And I think at that point, when he ran out of bounds, the freaking announcer's like, oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty. He got hit out of bounds. And then they did the replay. He fucking ran into the lineman and fucking fell down.
Oh, dude put a shoulder into him.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? The dude's coming fucking full steam at you. What, are you getting out of the way? No, you fucking stand your ground. He didn't, like, lower his shoulder. He just stood his ground firm. And Josh Allen.
Dude, I would have just grabbed him right in the fucking cup, dude. Fuck that, dude. Fucking knock his nuts. You know, little fucking nut knocker, dude. Like, fuck that.
No, the Bills, they need to do something with the line, and if they can't,
they need to do something. Is Brandon being a fucking wake? Like, we knew this shit was gonna suck fucking 6 months ago, dude. Like, they needed depth at the fucking guard position anyways. And like I said, great, we got Harrison Phillips in round fucking 3. How does it help me now? We have Adolphus Washington who's developing. You know what I mean? What is this, year 3 for Washington now? You know, kid from Ohio State, dude. What the fuck, man?
I just want to let you know. Okay,
last I checked, Mike, it takes points to win games. All right.
Zay Jones did get more targets than Jeremy Curley. So
yeah, you know why? Because they were saving Jeremy Curley's life.
For the record,
like, yo, you only got so many hops, son. Get the fuck off the fucking court, homie. All right, my main man Jeremy Curley's fucking. You even texted me, man, dude. They're targeting Jeremy Curley, and I have my arms crossed, like, you know, I ain't fucking playing. I told you that fantasy football podcast. Watch the fuck out for Jeremy Curley, because he ain't no fucking pussy.
Targets.
He's gonna jump. He's gonna go do what he has to do for the crew. All right, Jeremy Curley don't fucking play, Mike.
He had 4 targets.
Jeremy Curley don't fucking 4 fucking targets.
You know who I said was gonna get some targets from the tight end spot? Kroom, baby.
Yo, definitely.
Yeah, called it. He had 3.
When was Clay even in there? It's like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't know what the hell's up with Clay.
Again, another coach offensively that seems to not watch the fucking tape. Like, when I break open my pack and fucking man Ultimate Team, I can't wait to see what I got. You know what I mean? Like, these dudes are like, all right, why don't you go play over here? Hey, you had to earn the right. And, nah. How about in the limited fucking time you have with these players, you go do some fucking homework and find out, man, Charles Clay was really underutilized or fucking hurt. So why don't we get the best we can out of him while he's under a lot of fucking money for a contract? And, he's been working on being a good blocker too. And he's a complete tight end. And have him out there maybe with Jason Kroom too and do some awesome shit. No. Nah. Why would we do that? This is our way.
Honestly, like, if I'm the Bills, I'm doing like, you have such a deficiency at the line. You need to keep people into block or at least help out with the block. Don't send everybody right out into routes. Let the tight ends, let the running backs chip, let them help, and then let them fade out into the routes. But they can't just go because the line is literally getting pushed and thrown.
Dude, I really thought Brian Dable was going to be smarter than this and be able to scheme around it until they can get their feet under it. Because honestly, man, I thought I would see a lot more screens. Did they even throw a screen today?
They did. And the thing is, the line is so bad that when
they can't pull,
you can't. They were getting pushed so far into the backfield that it's comical. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get beat that bad in so many plays. And like I said, any production that they had, like the LeSean McCoy run, where I think he got 7 or 8 yards. It was close to a first down, and I think we were down 14-0 or something at that point, and we're just like, oh, finally something. And then you're holding. And then boom. And then I think it was holding, like, I'm pretty sure he got the holding, and then right before the snap, they got a false start on the very next play.
Yeah, Dukas got a false start on a play.
Yeah, so it went from about to be like 3rd and 1-2 to 2nd and 20 4 or something like that. It was ridiculous. So, but I mean, that's only the one side. I mean, we're harping on the one side, but the defense also.
Question real quick on defense. The fucking elephant in the room to me is this. You want to talk about veteran leadership, all this other crap, earn the right, whatever's going down at One Bills Drive right now, coach speak here. And you got Vontae Davis, who's not even allowed to fucking, like, have pads on today. You have a guy that, it's well known the Bills have no cap space. And it's all well known that I can go through the cap space that they maybe, like, could use some talent. And, you had guys already on the roster. Like, dude, EJ Gaines didn't sign for that much money. And Vontae Davis, dude, like the money that they have spent, Corey Coleman cut $2.something million, like up to towards $3 million. That is going to cost money on the cap. Because Jeremy Crowley is so fucking good. I told you he's awesome. All right? Because he wasn't costing shit. They could have easily cut Jeremy Crowley for $45,000. He's clearly on a prove it fucking deal, and he looked awesome. Anyways,
he's not on a prove it deal.
yes, he is for 45.
No, he's not.
I'm saying on a like, if he fucking sucked, you're getting cut. Okay, because his cap hit was literally it was like literally a dice match in the corner in the hallway.
Deal. What they need to do is they need to be like,
I'm just saying,
come help us out at the wide receiver spot.
I'm just saying, like, who's the fucking guy that like gets like Anquan Bolden retires and fucking if the coaches are right about this dude Vontae Davis, I don't want to disrespect the man, but like, should he retire too? Or are they? Or like I don't understand. Like, how is he not active? You got a fucking rookie out there, and he's getting torched. Where's the veteran leadership? In fucking sweats?
Yeah, I mean,
like in sweats. The one kid took a long way back around to the fucking receiver, wide open. 2nd and 26, or was it 3rd and 20? Like, what the hell?
It was 2nd, yeah, but yeah, they.
But what did the Bills do on 2nd and 24? You know what? Let's run a draw play. Oh, cool. That'll get them. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna run another draw play. What the fuck? Can you say tanking any harder or no?
That's what preceded they were about to be 3rd and 1, and then there was the holding and the false start. So yeah, that you know.
You texted me with this eye rolling comment, and I was fuming so fucking hard. I had to just like the games that the Bills are winning. Like my Twitter is just like fucking. When I'm happy, dude, my Twitter is just fucking blank. I'm like, you know, like dude, even pregame, I just post a couple things just cause. But I was like, man, you know, fucking season's here. You never know. Hey, you know, this offensive line, dude, they got some tricks up their sleeves. There's no way. I mean, this coach is so fucking smart, man. Nah, man, these guys are smart. Tell me about it.
Like, you know, your boy who is so talented, he literally dropped his first target. Like, but just to let you know.
Or Kelvin Benjamin, who's been picked up in fantasy leagues actually late in drafts, and he drops 2 out of 3.
Also dropped a couple of his targets.
Oh my god, dude. Like seriously, like what is a T-Rex? Is that like
no, that like I'm telling you, like
what the fuck,
the
man?
one Peterman throw down the sideline, it was, to me, I didn't feel like it was a bad throw. Like it looked like the defender got his hands on it, but it looked like Kelvin Benjamin just didn't go up or try to make.
I think the interception was definitely behind him.
Oh, the interception over Kelvin Benjamin's head. Yeah, that was a ball. That's just something that happens in the rain. I mean, that was just sword, whatever. But I'm talking about the one down the left side of the field where Benjamin's running and Peterman's already throwing the ball. Benjamin doesn't even know the ball's in the air yet. By the time he looks around, he's like, oh. And then he kind of like doesn't make a full effort to like, he breaks up the interception, but like he didn't make like a full effort. I felt like had he spotted the ball, he could have used his size and his body to shield the defender and make that play. Like that's a play that elite wide receivers make. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there
remember people would bitch, and I would agree with them that like sometimes, like Lee Evans wouldn't come back towards the ball and attack the ball. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like dude, like I'm relatively new to playing hockey, but there's definitely things that in sports cross over, and it's like getting space. You know what I mean? Whether that's putting an elbow into somebody so you can make them think that you're really going to go a certain way, so you can let them come off you and you get that little space for that 1 second as you get open for the pass, you know? And it's just like there's these little vet tricks, and you got to be fucking savvy, man. It's like these players get credit for being so smart. It's like, no, man, it's just being in tune to your game, dude. And it's like, man, maybe these fucking people really are lazy, because I don't know how you come out like not knowing this shit, dude. Like what's gonna get you to wake the fuck up, man? And it's like I feel bad for Peterman, man, because like, oh, the game's behind me, the 5 interception thing, and then you got guys who are dropping fucking balls at the same time. It's like, you know, every quarterback has that, no matter what. I don't care if you're Tom Brady, you could be Wes Welker, and you might drop it.
Like, and the thing is, it's not even like you eventually need some sort of consistency from the people you're throwing to, and you need security that you got a little bit time to pass. When you lose both and you don't have either, like, it's rhythm too. Like, sometimes just completing a couple of short passes, even though you didn't get any yards or whatever, just completing the pass just helps you, you know, as you go. And when you're not getting anything, like, everything is that much harder. But yeah, I mean, the Bills, we're going to see what they do next week. But like I said, the schedule is not very good for them. And the team that they play next week is coming off a loss too, but they put up
can I ask you a question?
Massive
Can I ask you a question? Nate Peterman, I'm watching the interception where my dad was like, dude, there wasn't even anybody in sight. And I'm almost wondering if Kelvin Benjamin didn't run his route deep enough. And Nate maybe put it in a spot where he could run and jump and get it, but like, I can't see with the TV angle, which is the worst angle ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see. So let's listen to it.
3rd and 8. Comes the blitz. He's got time, though. And a wobbly throw is intercepted on the play. Picked up by Jefferson.
And this is via CBS on, CBS Sports.
The former Arizona Cardinal, Tony Jefferson, who was never really fully healthy last season.
Incredible.
I'm pulling it up in Game Pass.
Like, I'm going through it slow right now. Are you sure it's uploaded yet?
Yeah, Game Pass is definitely uploaded.
Because, like, dude, okay. Yeah, yo, that ball's like I'm on it like with my thumb right now, dude. Going back and forth with it on Twitter on the video, and like, it was so far back behind Kelvin Benjamin, probably by like 3 feet. And like, even his arms aren't that long. But if he runs his route, like literally like a step deeper, but he went inside on the corner there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he had to make a decision. But or like you said, dude, it really could just be the rain.
Yeah, I mean, that could just been a ball. Like, I mean, it is still football. And as much as, you know, we want every pass to be perfect, a football can get away from any quarterback at any given time. And the rain definitely doesn't help. Like, if you look at other games that were played in the rain, like the Steelers game, I mean, that was not the prettiest of games. But again, I mean, you had players making catches, you know, helping out, like, whereas the Bills, they didn't have help, you know. The receivers, I mean, they definitely weren't getting open at all. Although there was one, and when Josh Allen, and this is why I wouldn't start Josh Allen, if you watch one of, I think it was like the first or second time he got sacked, he had an opportunity to make a throw to an open receiver. I think it was, I'm not sure who it was. It was someone coming across the middle, and they had probably 2 steps on a man cover defender, but he got a little jumpy in the pocket because the line was breaking down. Had he just stepped up and thrown the ball, he would have been able to hit that receiver.
Right.
I'm trying to pull it up right now. But it's going really slow.
Eric Turner actually at cover1.net actually posted a 4 screenshots of 2 different angles and of Nathan Peterman and his footwork, because he knew that the pressure was coming. He had to get rid of it. And he's just like so over the top, like a baseball pitcher. By the time the release is there, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, as a quarterback, you do want to, you know, like Peyton Manning. If you think about like how Peyton Manning's like straightens out, like when he throws, I don't know what the terminology is for that. Because like when it comes to like football stuff or anything serious, I always tell people like, yo, don't take it personal. I don't mean to sound absolutely dumbfounded or dumb, but like I'm more like Tim Allen from Home Improvement talking to Mr. Wilson. I got good intentions. I feel like I got what I'm trying to say in place, but yeah, that dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. Footwork is everything, dude. Like, it is all everything. But at the same time, some dudes get away with that shit, dude. Like Jay Cutler, Brett Favre. You know, you could even say that with Josh Allen to a point. And some people are making an excuse in the offseason that, like, he just was kind of, like, lazy with his footwork because he could be. You know what I mean? But, I don't know, dude. Like, I think Josh Allen he just adjusts better. It doesn't look too, for Josh Allen, man, it doesn't look too big. You know what I mean? Like, I feel confident in him out there because I really liked Ryan Fitzpatrick. Speaking of 4 touchdowns, career day almost, 400 yards passing just about. And I'll tell you, dude, Josh Allen, he's going to play fucking hard for the team, dude. Like, he's going to play really fucking hard. And I hope Josh Allen right now is railing up that fucking locker room. This is when you show what you're fucking worth to the veterans in there. This is when you become your fucking big mouth. You rally everybody. This is why they drafted you. People are fucking looking at you because there's no other options but Josh Allen. There is no fucking chance Sean McDermott tells that team that Nathan Peterman is starting. If that's the case, Sean McDermott will be fired by like game 5 because the fucking players won't go on the field. No fucking chance. Like,
yeah, but he may be starting next week.
There's no fucking way Nathan Peterman is starting next week.
Why not?
Fucking way.
Why
no
not?
way, dude.
Why not?
No! You're trolling. Please tell me you're trolling. Please
I'm not
tell
trolling.
Me. Are you devil's advocating right now? Is that what you're doing?
I'm not devil's advocating. Do you remember when I told you that Josh Allen was not starting? I didn't just give you one freaking reason, did I? No. How many reasons did I give you? I gave you multiple.
Is he is hitting his head every time he's out there.
Check the reasons why I said he would not start. I said, for one, they open up their schedule. It's just a treacherous trek on the road or against really good teams, okay? The next 3 games, okay, are against Aaron Rodgers, the Vikings, and at home against the Chargers, okay? Those are the next 3 games, okay? And I can tell you this, the Chargers pass rush, they didn't have Joey Bobosa today, but guess what? It's a good chance he might be playing next week. And
I heard he might not. I saw he might not be available next week, actually.
He might not. Yeah, you saw he might not. But that also means he might be, okay? If you see something that says he might not, understand the opposite of that is he might be. And regardless if he is in or not, I still think they have a better pass rush, okay? So you're literally going to put him in that game, and then they're going to follow that by going to the road to the Vikings. One of the other reasons beyond Peterman was performing better in camp and preseason was the fact that you don't want your rookie quarterback going out and getting obliterated like David Carr, okay?
Oh, don't give me that. Fucking put him in.
Did.
Stop.
I just don't. You
Stop.
don't.
Stop.
Right, so,
That's the general manager's job to fucking find sufficient talent so that doesn't happen, Mike. That's his job is to find
what would you have done?
fucking.
Right, David,
then I would have found EJ Manuel's a free agent. I'd rather sit down if you're going to protect him. I'd rather free EJ Manuel to the Bills and fucking try again than see Nathan Peterman throw another football in the Bills uniform. Sorry.
Dave,
I want to win games, and that requires points. And you got to know what color jersey your team is.
Would you have grabbed the quarterback that you wanted if you felt like the quarterback you wanted was sitting there, okay? You have this going through your mind. You're like, we have no offensive line, okay? So you could at that very moment say, we don't have a quarterback. We don't have an offensive line. You can say, I can get my offensive line, then I can get my quarterback, but you know that quarterback might not be there again. You might not have the opportunity to get your quarterback again.
And guess what, dude? Then you get a fucking Aaron Rodgers who falls to you. And there's no perfect draft to get any quarterback.
Who the fuck got Aaron fucking Rodgers?
Well, because the dude had like a bad rap, you know what I'm saying? And he slid in the draft.
Did you just compare? You need to pump the fucking brakes.
No. You're assuming some dumb shit. What I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't matter who falls. Okay, it's all about the coaching around him. And my biggest fear was you get Josh Allen, and exactly this. You have to play him. And guess what? The same quarterbacks coach is there, David Culley. Why the fuck is he there? Your product. Again, debuts for another offseason with a different coaching staff, and he sucks. Like, who's the fall guy? I'm sorry.
So what would you have done, though? Would you have gotten your quarterback knowing you didn't have a line to protect him, or would you have ignored the quarterback position and gotten the line?
No, this is what I would do. You know what I would have done, honestly? I don't know the free agents available at this point at the time, okay? But what Brandon Beane and any general manager has shown...
They didn't have money to go get a lineman of any caliber.
That's not even what I'm saying. So what they could have been swift about this part is... What they could have did is if you want to have Josh Allen in there, dude, all right, and you want to protect him, and you got Kyle Williams coming back, okay... You have veterans in that locker room, and the fans, and everybody wants you to win games. You go then sign a veteran quarterback. I don't know if he was or is available. Let's say like a Matt Moore type guy. Okay,
Matt Moore.
I'm just saying, like that type level. Like,
Matt Moore sucks.
Dude, he's better than Nathan Peterman. I don't think he absolutely sucks. I think he's actually pretty serviceable. And
as a backup,
okay, so you could at least have an option to have him and sit Josh Allen instead of having Nathan throw up on himself, fucking Peterman.
Like, so now you're off the Peterman train.
I'm definitely off the Peterman train. I put in my waiver for fucking Kaiser, canceled it, and I put in a waiver wire for fucking who did I put one in for? Oh, Josh Allen, actually. So, Peterman, he's up on a trade block if you want in the 16-team league. But, like, it was definitely worth the troll. I don't give a fuck. It was hilarious to me.
If he starts...
I was going to play him, and I was pissed. I was like, fuck, I didn't put in Peterman. I wanted to do it. I'm so glad I did it.
You would have gotten -3, baby.
I know. But do you get what I'm saying, man? Like they just need to. Well, they could have set him up better. They could have found anything better than Nathan Peterman. It's not even a slight at Nathan Peterman, but TJ Yates would have been better.
Your boy Curley could have caught that first pass, maybe giving him a little
Logan Thomas could have played quarterback today and probably did fine. You know who the Bills had, which would have been nice to see, which would have been really cool. Would have been like Cardale Jones, but nah, we don't need Cardale. Nah, we don't need that guy. We got to get rid of him. He doesn't fit our culture. Okay.
All I'm saying is Peterman, week 2 is redemption week. I told you about that.
Yeah, redemption week, holding the fucking clipboard or get the fuck out of here. Like, seriously, he has the worst start of any fucking quarterback ever, probably even in the CFL.
He's about to start again. So
he is not starting anything. The only thing he's starting is on your fucking Madden team. Because dude. The Bill, I'll tell you what. If they start Nathan Peterman next week, I will sell all my fucking season tickets. Like, I am done.
No, you won't.
Probably not. But like, I like to threaten it. Like, I'm done.
No, you won't.
Like, they are not starting Nathan Peterman, yo. Yes, they are not. The abomination is over. Sorry.
Hey,
it's done.
He's about to play.
I don't know what the fuck the coaches saw this offseason, but like,
I told you,
dude, were they like watching anything? Like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, they were watching a lot of defensive linemen running through their offense.
I'm really excited for Tremaine Edmunds. Can we talk about that, dude?
He freaking.
He is awesome, man. He's a fucking gamer, dude. And in Madden, he's a fucking missile. Have you played with him yet?
No.
I was like, how the hell did I end up over here so fast? Oh, I'm on him. Oh, no shit. Yeah, dude, I am fucking stoked. I am fucking real stoked. But don't hit me up with this McBean fucking hashtag cover one because I didn't reply because I was driving. But like, on the real, all those picks, we need some people here. But I would rather give up those picks for Tremaine Edmunds and still had the second
game 2.
Fucking nah, man. Peterman ain't starting.
Hey, you're gonna be at the game, right?
I don't know if Peterman starts. I don't know.
Hey, I tell you what. If Peterman starts, just give me your tickets.
Yo, do you want to go?
I mean, I will allow you in protest to give me your tickets for free. You know, I'll go.
I mean, my friend Anthony said he's going. Mr. Hayward, he says he's going. But, you know, I'm saying if you ever want dibs, I could put you in the rotational loop. I could give you what they cost me price. You know, I won't upcharge. You know, I don't want to hear what you can get it for on fucking StubHub. It's about supporting your homie. All right? Oh, it's StubHub. I don't give a fuck, bro. Then go. Get your own fucking ride. Get your own prime parking spot. Then go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? See you there. Wave to you across the stadium, dude. You don't want to support your dog? That's cool.
You know what I mean? Fuck yourself.
You know what I mean? You and Peterman can fucking get the fuck out of Dodge.
Hey. Yo, next Sunday is redemption day for my boy Peterman, so just be on the lookout for
Peterman. Then fucking let me look over your fantasy roster real quick and I'll gladly trade you Peterman.
Hey, you know what? I'll just wait until he hits the free agency pool, and then I'll pick him up.
Yo, on the real, though, like, defensively with the Bills, give me your serious breakdown. Like what was it? Besides the obvious. But, like, when they started out from the first drive, I was like, oh, my God, they're like 10 yards a clip plus each play. Like, they, like, I don't know. So you give me the breakdown.
Well, the breakdown is the Bills played like absolutely shit today. I mean, the only bright spot that I saw were really the back-to-back Tremaine Edmunds plays where he makes the solo tackle and then he what was it, a sack or what did he do on the next play? It was 2 plays in a row. I mean, beyond
then he almost had an interception in the second half. Yeah. Kyle Williams looked good. Looked good.
It was a dumpster fire on both sides of the ball. So
what about
hopefully it was an anomaly. And
I thought Matt Milano played decent too. Actually.
Oh no, yeah, he's good. Like I like him. But like I said, in general, they all played like shit.
Dude, Trent Murphy, first play out the gate, a fucking offsides. I think that was his first play.
I thought you were going to,
number 93.
Yeah, but he made a play later in the game.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on his debut?
I mean, rotationally, I mean, I really wasn't watching the line. I mean, you could see who would make the play, but there wasn't a lot of plays being made by either side of the ball.
Dude,
So
they had I felt like they had a lot of time, man. Like,
oh, they had a lot of time on the field, a lot of time getting torched. So, beyond that, making fools of themselves.
dude, it just sucks, man, because like the whole thing that is like really bumming me out, man, is just like you said, man, we just want to look competitive as a football team and a football fan. I want to root for something competitive.
And that's the thing. And like I said, I mean, you can throw fucking whoever you want out there right now. I mean, had Josh Allen started, the score wouldn't have been any different.
I think it would have been.
What do you think the score would have been, Dave?
I think they would have at least hit double fucking digits with all that time.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do. I really fucking do.
I think one touchdown doesn't make a fucking lick of difference because
it don't. But you just asked me a simple question. You asked me a question. So I gave you my thoughts. You're trying to manipulate the other way. Don't ask the fucking question then. If you're not gonna like the answer, don't fucking ask it, dude.
What I'm saying is that doesn't make a difference. Like 7 points, 10 points, 3 points. When the other team puts up 47, it doesn't matter, okay? Like I said, I mean, when Peterman was the quarterback, they had the opportunity to score 3 points. He missed the field goal, okay? So,
why did he miss the field goal, you think?
It's fucking shitty weather. I don't know why.
Was it the holder, maybe?
Could have been.
The rookie fucking punter?
I
that's never played a fucking down in preseason, I think. Oh, you know what? We'll be fine. Fuck it. Put him in. Hey.
I figured
why don't you call me down for the fucking stands? I never fucking done it either. You fucking serious, dude? It was supposed to be a trust the process of what? Like, don't you know how this works in Buffalo? You fuck up enough, you get fucking the axe. And I'm usually pretty fucking patient with coaches, Mike. You've been
Dave,
my friend for a long time now. I'm usually really patient with coaches.
Weren't you already calling for our next head coach?
Yeah. And it's fucking Lance Leipold. He's already at UB. Call Lance Leipold now. Yeah. Now. Oh. Fucking put it in futures. Sign Lance Leipold from UB fucking for a goddamn futures contract. Okay? Because that dude's getting fucking first rounders in the NFL. All right? He's going to be fucking on Nick Saban's bitches soon. All right? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I am telling you right now, Mike. Sean McDermott needs to figure out whatever tone it's got to strike with his players to get them to show up for him, because this is going to go real sour real fucking fast, because the fans are going to forget about this fucking little cute playoff thing that happened. Okay? Like, the best thing that the Bills did last year was win their AFC games. They quote-unquote did their part. And Andy Dalton had an awesome throw.
I just realized the person I'm playing in fantasy, for whatever reason, didn't start Dion Lewis.
Oh, I started him.
Yeah, I know, but this guy didn't. He put up 22 points. I'd be like on the verge of losing. I mean, I'm up 30, but he's got a kicker left, and Quincy Iwanua.
Mike, way to just can you just steal my thunder? I'm just railing, and I'm just trying to pretty much be like, yo, here's a life cycle of a Buffalo coach, and you don't have all the time in the world to figure this out.
Dave, look, until they get an offensive line, and they're going to be coaching next year. So put it this way, hypothetically, let's say they have a quote-unquote national.
Dude, I wouldn't trust these. Yo. I wouldn't trust these guys to find guys to bring in for next year with all that cap money, dude.
Guess what,
that's
Dave?
What my point is they don't know. I don't think they know what they're looking at. Are they looking at the same sport?
Harry and Kim Pagula do, and they write the checks. So all I'm saying is, even if they have a bad year, this year they took them to the playoffs, the end of the drought. So then they have one bad year, which was an expected digression based on, because they, understand, you get to go to the owners and be like, yo, check this. We thought we were going to have, Richie Incognito. We thought we were going to have, who was the center?
Dude, that shit don't work. You
Yes,
gotta sell.
it
Yo,
does.
you gotta sell
It's
tickets, and I'll tell you what. Since I've had tickets, I have never thought about not going to the fucking games ever until right now, and that's the
Don't
fucking
feed 'em,
truth,
man.
dude.
Don't
That is the
feed 'em, man.
fucking truth, dude.
You
No,
were talking
man.
about selling your tickets. You talk about it all the time.
No, because I had
You talk about
I had
quitting golf
three.
if
I
you hit a
had
bad
I
fucking
had
shot.
3 last year.
Okay.
I had a loosey goosey, so I
And
had to
now you
always sell
don't?
that one. No, I only have 2.
Yeah, so you did sell one.
Yeah, I got rid of one.
Well, there you go. So you did
When
get rid of one.
I'm saying like for the whole season, I only got 2. So what I'm saying, dude, is it really
Well,
takes
I'm
yo,
saying.
Mike. It takes me a lot not to buy into the Bills. It really does, dude, and I'm really concerned right now.
Did you watch episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Embedded, Dave? You need to re-energize yourself with a little Buffalo propaganda.
Yo, dude. All right, yo, you pretty much made my fucking point, because if everybody got hyped on the Bills doing it, it's like, yo, I am hyped on the media department. You guys are doing a great job at One Bills.
Hey,
seriously, dude. Like,
Dave,
no, man, the
all
Bills,
I
no.
know
Let
is
me give them a
you
little.
went from-
Yo, I
you
talk
went
mad
from Peterman
shit.
sucks to, oh, it's time to back Peterman. Fucking Peterman.
Yeah, it
I'm getting rid
is.
of my
It
tickets.
is.
You
It
went
is.
right back to your original point after about
dude.
4 days of digression.
Yo,
Like, okay,
man.
we got Peterman.
Yo,
I can
dude.
back him. He won
I'm
the
just trying to
job.
join the gangs together, all right? I'm just trying to join the gangs together and be like, all right, yo. Enough fucking fighting. Let's support this fucking kid until he proves otherwise. I really didn't think it would take 2 fucking quarters. Because I'm like watching Tyrod Taylor's stat line on the ticker, like, please, Tyrod, come on, man. Do awesome, please. Fuck. Same Tyrod. Fuck.
Well,
That was
Tyrod-
so fast.
Hey, the one thing Tyrod, I think that the thing with Tyrod though, and this is the only thing you could say as a point to start Allen over Peterman is the line sucks pretty bad, and not that it was that great with Tyrod Taylor, but his ability, his escapability, like masked it. So
Did you hear the beginning of the podcast? How I'm like, it's the coach's job to fucking scheme this shit, and pretty much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should have. I would have had him rolling out, getting to the edge. Like,
yeah.
They just kept him like, they're like, hey, why don't you?
Hey,
stay
we
in
got
this
Tom Brady did it. You want to be Tom Brady? Here's a football card. Be this guy. Put this in your locker room.
They're like,
I'll
do you want
coach
to
with
stay
him.
in this uncomfortable pocket where you're gonna get fucking swarmed all game? Because that's
Hey,
how
do you
want
to be our test
confidence
case?
in a quarterback.
Do you
Look,
want?
we know you've had some shaky go in the NFL, but here's what we got you. We got a nice package where you're going to get obliterated in the pocket, and opposed to me calling a play where maybe I get you out of that harmful situation, I'm just going to keep on calling plays until you can figure out how to yell at your linemen to do what they're supposed to do. Because if they were doing it, you would be fine, but they're not. And I mean, I could change the play, but let's not do that. Let's just call the play and get you killed.
You know how, like, I used to be at this point. This is so fucking selfish of me to think in life. Where, like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting wrong. They're going to lose, so I'm sitting wrong. Like, as if I'm that fucking important. Like, yo, as if I'm that important, I'm going to change the outcome of this game because my fucking ding-a-ling is on the wrong side of the fucking, it's hanging to the wrong side or something, you know?
You know what was a game changer? Because, like, I just set up my basement just yesterday. Well, Francesca did. And, we got 2 TVs running. We're watching 2 games. And I'll tell you what, Wegmans chocolate chip mini cookies and their little miniature fudge chewy brownie bites, They're delicious. Game changer. On a side note. But go on to whatever bullshit.
I don't even know what the hell we were talking about, and I'm just like picturing this cookie thing here.
It was delicious.
Dude, I believe it. It sounds like you're stuffing your face with it. You know what I mean? But
I muted it, but I had to chime in because, they are delicious. But Dave, yeah, I think we harped. I mean, obviously our Bills are, you start off, 0-1, you win 15 in a row, you go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing.
I just want to have a sticking point where if you want to sell tickets and get people to this game, you need Josh Allen there to play. Josh Allen is going to play.
Hey, Dave, all right, check this. Let's go with your hypothetical sticking
Did
point.
you listen to Sean McDermott's press conference?
No.
Oh, you should watch it.
Hey, so
You should
check
do
this. But to go on your point, what you just said.
Yeah.
So you want them to sell tickets. This is how you sell tickets, okay? First, you have the beginning of the season. So you can bro anybody out at the beginning of the season. People are going to buy them tickets anyways just because they want to see you do well, okay? Well, let the team do bad. Then once you realize you need ticket sales, you say, hey, what we're going to do now we're going to put in the rookie quarterback. Now you're going to sell tickets because people are going to be like, although we may not be good, I want to go see this guy. So you already have X tickets sold.
Yeah.
So you don't need the uptick yet. You gotta wait a little. You gotta wait just a little bit.
Yeah, we're still milking it. Hey guys, this is just 0-1. All right.
It's nothing.
Dude, I mean, it's nothing, man. Look, dude, just like
they're gonna say stuff like, hey, we definitely got to do better at protecting the quarterback. We're not
just like
the
NASA moon landing tapes. We had to destroy them. Hey, do you think Brian Dable watched any film for the last 2 years of how the personnel's been used? Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't have those anymore. You want my Game Pass password, bro? Like, holy shit. I can tell you what I hate about being a fan is when at the end of the day with scouts and that shit, in coaching, they all say a common thing called the fucking eye test. But then when we use our eye test, we're just fucking idiots to them, And it's like, I do know one thing. Our eyes aren't always wrong, and Bills fans actually do know the personnel a lot better than a lot of the coaching staffs that are coming in.
All I'm saying, Dave, that may be true, but understand if that's true, you also think Josh Allen sucks. So you just seen a little bit in preseason to change your mind otherwise. But if he starts to suck, your future podcast, what the fuck? They shouldn't have been.
Nah, dude, Josh Allen.
They gave up all this
dude.
Fucking bullshit.
Because Josh Allen doesn't look like the game is too big for him, man. Because I have a thing of hope with him. Edmunds looks like I have a thing of hope, something to build off of. You know what I mean? You didn't really get that with Aaron Maven. I don't honestly even get that with Shaq Lawson. I'm rooting for him hard. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even get that with him. But Josh Allen, when he comes out in preseason, and you and I crushed him, we crushed the draft pick, dude. And then he comes out and his footwork is a little bit cleaned up. I went to camp and saw it for myself, sitting with Eric from Cover One at camp, and I'm like, "How's Josh?" He goes, not bad." And I watched him throw a few balls, dude. And his arm is definitely live, but I expect that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dude, when he actually cleans up his criticisms right out the fucking gate, that tells me how hard he works at it. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. I can't wait for it, dude. I want it to develop more than anything. We've seen Ryan Groy at center play well under with Eric Wood going out at center a couple of years ago, and he played well. What was he doing then that worked? You know what I mean? We saw DeAndre Dawkins show some promise. What was he doing that worked? Jordan Mills and Miller have been together, right tackle, right guard for a long time. They know how to communicate with each other. You know, like, how can we make this work? Vlad Dukas, I don't know if he had the absolute worst game, you know, because I keyed in on him a few times. But there's plenty of tape on the dude not being super solid, and I've been saying it forever. I don't know how well he is as a swing guard, per se. Like, he started on the right side, now he's going to move to the left side. Like, I don't, you know, it's just, that's hard to do in any sport. So, you know, we've seen these guys perform a little bit. There's enough tape on them. I just thought that it would be, like, a lot further along. Like, this is stuff that, like, you go into training camp, like, you know, we got to do this and do that. And, hey, we got this running back. Let's feature him and roll with it. That way we can at least build some confidence. Because when McCoy gets the ball, he still usually goes about 4 yards, dude. You know what I mean? He just, like...
Electric.
Dude, he just, like, is just shifty enough where he gets, like, 3.5 to 4 yards every time. You know what I'm saying? So, Mike, let's wrap up here. We'll talk during the week.
Wrap it up.
And
Always
so,
wrap it
what do
up.
you got
That's
for
what
fantasy?
I tell all the children.
What do you got for fantasy stuff coming up? Any preview for the next podcast?
Well, obviously, you better run out and get yourself some Fitzpatrick shares.
What if they would have just supported Fitzpatrick and put a defense around him? You know, it makes me wonder. The Amish rifle goes crazy.
Hey, I just understand this.
What if the Bills trade for Fitzpatrick to preserve?
Well, you said Fitzpatrick sucks. You said Trent Edwards was great after he started so well. Oh, yeah.
Yo, I never fucking backed Trent Checkwords,
yes,
first of all.
Did.
I backed Fitz.
You did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Fuck Trent Edwards, yo. I was a Brian Brown fan, motherfucker. Get that right. That was my horse in that three-headed race.
Yeah, but once Trent Edwards started, 5-1, you were all aboard.
That was a year or two before. No, you're wrong, son.
I'm talking the year he actually did that. You were all aboard, though.
Everybody was all aboard. If you weren't a fucking fan, you dickhead. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, dude.
You flip back and forth like, you know.
No, I'm a fan, and you got to support the fucking motherfuckers playing the game. All right? Come on. I don't care if it's Jim Kelly right now playing. Let's go, Jim. Let's go. I don't know why they signed you again, but you're here. Let's go.
They'll be like, Jim.
Does that mean you get another Hall of Fame speech or no? Like,
we wanted to put you out of your misery, so we figured we'll let you play quarterback right now and give obliterated.
Oh my God, dude, no. Like, no, dude. Like, oh my God. Stop. Like, dude.
But yeah, no, so I'm excited to see what they do next week. It should be better weather. Peterman's gonna be
maybe they'll read their depth chart and make some fucking adjustments. Yo, hey Bills, I have an idea. Hey coaching staff, I have an idea. It's scouting staff too. Why don't you guys do a live draft or something for like Man and Ultimate Team? Just have some fun. You can see like what other players are kicking around the league. And maybe you can bring him in for a tryout or trade for him or something. I don't fucking know. I don't do this for a living. But I know that the product on the field is not playing well together. So if the players can't play well together, and it's not always the players, and it's not always the coaching, and it's not always the front office, well, what the fuck do we got here? Because I can't say that a lot of things are consistent. You brought in your own guys. You fucking cut a lot of bait. We got all this cap room where no one's going to want to come fucking play because the Bills are going to fucking suck. We don't show any fucking change of direction next week. Like, cool, dude. Like, so, like, you overpaid for a fucking another mediocre player. And the guys that they do pay can't even start. Like, Vontae Davis. Like, it's going to cost them $4 million this year. Great fucking scouting. Jim Manos, I don't think has a job. Fucking Doug Whaley doesn't have a job. There's probably some my favorite gentleman. I'm going to get like a Doug Whaley tattoo. That's how much I love Doug Whaley. Love you, Doug Whaley. Just letting you know, man.
Yeah, I put Doug Whaley's Max trainer together. I met his nanny for the children, so. He's all right.
Did you actually meet Doug Whaley?
No, I did not. I met the nanny.
All right, Mike. This podcast is over. Where can we find you on Twitter?
You can find me at Fantasy Smitty.
And what about Facebook? You're on the Facebook, right?
Yeah, my email's mcsmith2406@gmail.
Yeah, no one wants your email, Mike.
But that's how you find me. I mean, you're not gonna find Michael
Dude,
Smith.
maybe I could give you. Maybe I might know a guy who could give you one that's like Mike at numbillsfan.com. So you can work on your personality here. We're bringing you up through the fucking training camp.
That doesn't exist yet, so.
Let me talk to upper management and see what can happen. I'll put in a good word.
All I'm telling you is, I mean, what do you want the Bills to do? Call the Buccaneers and see if they can get Fitzpatrick over to start for us.
Yo, you want to know something, man?
What?
I fucking love the Bills, dude. I don't like not like any of the players.
Man, dropping dimes.
I like the players on the team. So if any players ever have no life and listen to this, like, don't take offense. I'm just mad at the coach. I'm just mad at the coaches, man.
If there's any players out there listening to this, hit us up. We'll let you come on the show.
If you're like one of the 30 listens we get, like, please, like, hit us up, dude. Like, come on the show. Tell me why we gotta trust the fucking process, and I'll give you the floor, dude. If Coach McDermott wants to come out, dude, it just sucks because McDermott could just beat my fucking ass. Like I never want to meet McDermott, dude, because I got like so much respect for the dude, even though like I don't know what's going on right now.
I just want you to give us your projection. When will the Bills get their first victory? Our next game is
you want to know something funny?
Home against the Chargers,
I looked
and then they're on the road at the Vikings, the Green Bay. Then they're home against Tennessee, at Houston, at Indy.
They're gonna get one of two things. They're either gonna beat one of three things. They're gonna beat the Texans out of the next 5 games. They got the Texans.
Okay, that's week 6.
Yep. And I could see them maybe just because it's the Titans, and I just don't like them. I could see it maybe they're like kind of like always Like the Titans are always just like
Gabbert, they had what's his name got hurt. Blaine Gabbert was in there.
So listen, dude, if they got fucking Titans, yeah, it's a winnable game. But that's 2 wins. So, but they could pull a fucking Atlanta and like upset one of these teams and go, the Bills, and the Bills goes, no, we showed up to play. Like, yo, not for nothing. They tried to give the Bills the fucking ball on that first drive that Baltimore had, dude. Penalties, all sorts of shit. Like, they tried to give the Bills breaks, and they couldn't recognize they were getting fucking softball slopped. Like, seriously, man. So, the Bills have a lot of fucking work to do. I'm out of here. You can find me on Twitter. David J. Palermo. Actually, I don't really use that one too much. Mostly to post music eventually. I'm Bills fan for Bills Talk, please. And Instagram, Facebook. Tell your friends if you subscribe. If anybody wants to come on,
if you think we suck, just let them know that. Like, hey,
yo, I'm not asking for fucking feedback, Mike. You're the one asking for feedback. Hey, let us know what you think. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, we
no, Mike, no, I don't need to see any little negative tweets to throw me off my path. I'm not giving a fuck. Okay?
No, Dave's kidding. Let us know.
I'm going to go watch some tape, aka go play some Madden.
Yeah, maybe, hey, David, it's just
I'm going to go break some tape.
Just like you're breaking down what the coaches need to do, maybe you need to do that in your production and get more popular.
We're brought to you by PunchDrunkSports.com. Subscribe to Punch Drunk Podcast. It's really great.
And if you ever need anything put together, check us out on Facebook, Mike's Assembly and Repair. All your assembly and repair needs, from fitness equipment, play sets, furniture, you name it, we put it together.
It's like that, dude. You're just gonna come in, just drop some shit. How you know I gotta just cut this shit out? I don't even advertise my own fucking business on this shit.
Dude,
I might know a guy, Bring It On Home Inc. If you need any expert drywall done in the Rochester area, I might know a guy.
We gotta have some advertising on here. You know, sounds legit. You know,
I tried to one up you, Mike, and I failed. All right, I gotta go. I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go watch some tape. Yeah. Nah, you know what I'm gonna do, dude? I'm gonna start putting the pills are gonna piss me off so much, dude. I'm gonna start fucking breaking tape for all the available free agents. Be like, yo, this dude fits this play. This dude fits that play. And this system. Yeah, he's a fucking mauler. I think he'll fit.
Hey. Next week, guys, I know you guys are down this week. You took a severe shellacking. But Peterman's redemption is September 16th at Orchard Park. Stay tuned. Enjoy.
I'll tell you what. No. You can't leave with that horse shit. I'm just telling you right now. If there were people silently in that locker room when they pulled fucking like Tyrod last year, going like, man, what the fuck was that about? They are, and then you had some who are on the fence of, they're definitely like, holy shit. Like,
I think that the whole team is pretty much like, holy fuck, we're in for a fucking season at this point. So I don't think they're
like a lot of careers are gonna die in Buffalo this year, dude. Like,
I don't think
that's like.
I don't think
good.
people are sitting on the sidelines being like, man, if we just change our quarterback, man, we're about to do big things this year. They're probably like, man, we could take Aaron Rodgers and.
Do you have an idea?
Couple victories.
You have an idea for a title for this podcast?
I have no idea, but you figure that out because talking about it's probably pretty shitty radio for our few listeners.
I don't know if you had a good line or not. So okay.
Well, you could say David flip flops again. Peterman sucks once again.
Dude, I said you got to support the fucking kid.
Yeah, well, you supported him for all of
I did.
5
I gave
seconds.
him my support, man.
You supported him for a whole 5 seconds, Dave. Congratulations. I guess it's not like marriage. It's not through thick and thin with you, buddy.
Look, man.
Hey,
look, dude. I was
waiting.
I was waiting for the fucking magic to come out. I thought we were teasing with I thought we were throwing to get LeSean McCoy's run game going, okay? And they just threw to the other fucking team instead.
Hey, the magic's coming out. Redemption week. I try to tell you this. And don't be alarmed that, this week, even though they didn't get a victory, the Chargers and Philip Rivers threw for 424 yards. The Bills aren't going to have any of that. Okay.
I'm going to bet. All I can hope for is that the jet lag thing is real, and that playing at 10 in the morning for them is really tough. Which really, I think this is like the best game they could have on their whole schedule. This is going to be a vacation for the Chargers. I mean, I didn't see much hope defensively. Did you? Did you see the score, Mike?
For the Chargers?
No, for the Bills defense. So, the Chargers are going to carve up the fucking Bills if shit don't happen. Like, they don't look like a tight team, Mike. They don't look like a tight team.
The Chargers or the Bills?
Sloppy penalties. All these people crushing for years. Oh, Rex Ryan's teams, all this other guy's teams for penalties, whoever else. And it's just as consistent. So, it's just sloppy fucking football, dude.
I think what it was just a bad day in the rain. Next week, redemption, and Buffalo Bills are going to whoop some ass. That's just what's going to happen on the 16th.
I can't wait to have our victory podcast. So I don't know when it's going to happen. But I think they could sneak one out here against the Packers.
Well, we celebrated when the Bills got their first down this afternoon. That was a big thing down in the man cave.
I was scratching my head like, wait, is that the first one? Huh?
Yeah, the first one came in the second half. So it was when what's his name ran it for the first time, and then he followed it up with another one.
I had the best scene ever on the way home, and I'll let you go with the start. I'm like, Dad, we gotta listen to the radio. I love post game. I love listening to Chopin Bulldog. Just like Mike Chopin, just like so fucking raw about it, and yeah, raw dog. And then like the coach's presser comes on, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I call out a line. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna head to see. I go to my dad. He goes, yeah, he's gonna go. I'm gonna have to see the tape, and then right after, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the tape, like verbatim, whatever the fuck I said. McDermott says it, and I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. And my dad were like literally just like rolling laughing. And like what's ironic about Peterman's debacle is like Peterman's 5 interception game. I was at his house, and on like interception 3. I was like rolling on the floor, fucking hysterically laughing. Because here's my gauge of emotions. I go, wait, what? Oh, fuck. No. Then it gets to a point, I'm like, fuck, get this fucking kid out of here. And then it just turns out I just start laughing. And then I just like want the other guy in there. Like I just get to, I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, how hard is your fucking head, coach? Like, this is dumb. So that's pretty much my emotions for the game, Mike. So I understand when you're, like, celebrating a first down. Like, you gotta. You just have to.
You got to. You gotta love it.
All right, goodbye.
Okay. Have a good one.
See ya.